Focus not on the apple, but on what I'm about to say in this video. Today I'll be talking about celibacy and how I've been able to live a celibate life. If you're someone who is struggling with maintaining your celibacy or you want to become celibate, I will share with you real tips that will help you to live a more meaningful celibate life. And if you're new to this channel, my name is Shelly Fullerton. I'm happy to have you. I'm a lifestyle vlogger. Ensure that you are subscribed and your post notification bell is on also you would not miss another one of these videos. And if you're returning, thank you so much for rocking with me. Living a celibate life can seem very daunting at times, but we know it is also very rewarding. I have been celibate for quite some time now, and I will share with you in the next few minutes some useful and helpful tips that you can apply to your life. Whether you're celibate by choice or lifestyle, it is possible to live a healthy, happy life without sexual activities involved. So how are you able? First of all, you need to embrace and accept the fact that you are living a celibate life, and then learn ways that will help you to avoid those temptations so that you can remain strong in your resolve. If you are in a relationship or you are pursuing a relationship, I would advise you to talk to your partner about your choice of remaining celibate so both of you can be on the same page. You would not want that when you get into the relationship, then that partner is pressuring you to be engaged in sexual activities. Before I started talking to anyone, I let them know that this is where I stand. I value my body. I'm not going to be engaging in certain activities because this is the promise that I've made to myself. I'm only going to share myself with my partner that God has blessed me with. And before I even moved on, if you're a believer like I am, you would understand that your body is a sacred temple. You don't want to defile your body in certain activities. So I know it can be hard, but you have to embrace that you're living a celibate life and avoid the temptations. Some of us become celibate just for a period of time for spiritual observances. And once you define what celibacy means to you, then you'll be able to stick to your celibacy commitment. Celibacy, as we all know, is generally interpreted as abstaining from sexual activities, while for others it may have a different meaning. Some things you would want to avoid doing is kissing, touching. Well, when I say touching, it would be petting, because that can lead to other things and you wouldn't want to go down that road, right? I also recognize the benefits of being celibate. I cannot overemphasize that it is difficult at times, but reminding yourself of the benefits will help you to push through. You'll feel more spiritual, you'll feel more connected to God, and then you wouldn't have to think about any unplanned pregnancy and STDs. Sometimes the friends you're hanging with may ask you, why are you even being celibate? Why is it so important to you? I also value this. I believe that this should only be given to my husband, and it should not be thrown here and there. Consider your worth. You know, there are some friends who will be like, girl, you don't need to keep yourself. Life is too short. You need to go out there and have fun. Yes, you'll go out there and have fun and coming back with an STD. If you're struggling to live a life of celibacy, you might want to meet with a therapist, especially if your celibacy is not by choice. It's totally normal to have the desire and the feeling to have sex and to get frustrated if you can't have it. But what do you do when you become frustrated? I don't get to the point of frustration, thank God, because my life is so taken up by my activities in church, in work. I don't have the time to have my mind running on sex and watching things I'm not supposed to be watching or putting myself in compromising position. I remember this one time that I prayed. I said, Lord, put my sexual desire on pause until I meet that person who is going to be my husband. I think that prayer has been answered because I've been able to contain myself, live a happy life and not sexually frustrated or driven. Avoid temptation. You need to stay away from temptations or things that are going to trigger your desire. That is what some of us don't understand. We constantly place ourselves in situations that are going to tempt us and where we're going to give up that commitment that we make to ourselves. I don't know what will tempt you. You may go out online with a friend, you go into a bar, you get drunk and you're going home with somebody else. And in the first place, what are you even doing in a bar? Establishing new routines can help you to maintain a celibate life or can help you to continue or stay on the journey of celibacy. This is especially important as this celibacy journey is new, so you need to adopt at least one activity that is going to support your celibacy. For example, you can replace some of your old habits with these new ones if you haven't already. I start my morning with prayer and meditation, so that energizes me spiritually. Then after work, you may have exercise or meeting. Instead of watching TV shows that will make you want to get intimate, you can now read a book. Those are just 3 simple things that can support the life that you want to live. So after becoming celibate, you will have the mental energy to channel elsewhere. You can focus on spiritual goals, especially if your celibacy is because of your spirituality. Otherwise, you can probably focus it on your career and doing things that you love that will occupy your mental energy. You can use mindfulness to help you deal with a temptation. This is just a great way to help stop the sexual thoughts that is bombarding your mind. For example, if you're wearing a lip balm, you can probably taste that lip balm and try to channel your thoughts as to what flavor lip balm you're wearing. Basically, it is like utilizing your 5 senses. So you take a deep breath, just to center yourself, and then engage your 5 senses. Your taste, your smell, what are you hearing, what are you seeing? Did I leave out anything else? Right. So channel those 5 senses into the present. So you would want to list the things you see, the things you smell, or you hear, or you taste. You see beautiful paintings on the wall, you're hearing music from next door, you feel cool air from the air conditioner, etc., etc. We are influenced by the people we line with. So you want to have friends that support and not ones that are gonna make you feel bad for wanting to take the decision that you did. It's gonna definitely be hard since most of our friends around us are already sexually active. If you have friends around you that are not supporting your goal and not appreciative of the stand that you're making for your life, you need to get rid of those friends. Just do some research. Look for groups near you that are the support system. Talk to them regularly. So now you have this built up energy. What are you gonna do with it? Go to the gym. Find something to do. There's so many more activities than just sex. Join the gym. Go for a walk. Go jogging. Go do something. But not just anything. Avoid exercises that will make you get in contact with people, like dancing. I can't emphasize this enough. Before you get into the relationship, let your partner know how important celibacy is to you. Inform them on your first date that, hey, look, I'm living a celibate life and this is what I expect and this is not what I'm going to do. So you're not up for this, then we shouldn't go further. You might want to say things like, celibacy is very important to me until marriage, or because of my injury, I am living a celibate lifestyle. So let's say you're already in a relationship, you're not married, and you have been sexually active, and because of some spiritual encounter, you've decided that you want to start a celibacy lifestyle. You will need to have that talk with your partner. Let them know your reasons for taking that step. In some cases, the partner will not want to join you, and I think that should be fine, because if you're doing this because of your spirituality and your partner you've been with doesn't want to, especially if you all are not married, I don't see no harm in letting that person go so you can go on that spiritual journey that you're embarking on. My next thing is that if being in a relationship with someone who is in the same location as you, if it's bad for you, I encourage you, get into a long distance relationship only if you can do it. And it shouldn't be if, because in the relationship there shouldn't be any sexual activity, because if you all know, we should not be having sex before marriage. Every relationship is dynamic. It depends on the people involved in the relationship and what they desire. And if both of you all have the same goals and you're very committed to each other, then celibacy can work. I'm always asked the question, or either some people don't believe me, how is it I can be celibate for so long? And to me, I find it very easy. I don't entertain certain thoughts. I do not allow people to have certain conversations with me that is going to arouse my desire. I know my triggers. And if I can do it, you can do it. And I hope that these points that I've shared will strengthen you in some way. I know some of our teenagers are struggling with this in a big way. They need people that can support them. And so that brings me to the end of this little motivational speech. Make sure to check out my motivational playlist. There is something there that you're gonna like. And thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, you are the real MVP. Until then, cousins, bye. Oh yeah, I got a table for two. I got everything.